It's more confusing than Inception, harder than an erection. It's cooler than Andre 3000. Oh, let's get ready for Sweet Connection.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Kat. With me today, finally, Jason Lewis again. How you doing? Guess who's back?
I'm a little bit annoyed, to be honest. I was supposed to have a new voice, and I don't.
Okay, so you had a week off yesterday and you didn't even get the surgery.
No. Well,
right,
you ditched me, actually.
I didn't ditch you.
You were like, sorry, already replaced you.
I mean, the crux of what you're saying is correct, but... So why don't you talk us through what the fuck happened last week?
So my surgery date was, I can't remember when, a couple of Fridays ago. And I turned up at 10:30, like they said, to come at 10:30. I was there at 10:15, because I like to be early. Waited till about, 12 o'clock. Someone came up to me and said, look, there's been, not someone, a doctor. Actually, a nurse.
Just some cleaner walks up to you.
Yes, and she goes, there's been some complications with the first surgery. In fact, they brought me and another woman in the room. We were both having surgery.
That's probably good that you went second, because if there were some complications...
Yeah. So they brought me and this woman into a room, and they're like, look, just to let you know, there's a possibility that your surgeries won't be happening today. There's been complications with the first one. And this other woman was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm self-employed and I've taken 2 weeks off work. I was just sat there, I was thinking...
If you're self-employed?
Yeah.
Then just go back to work.
That's what I said. I sort of said...
Did you say that?
I didn't say it out loud.
Oh, okay.
Well, I did say it out loud, but I was telling Cassandra when she works for herself, so what's the problem? They also went to her, I know you've been waiting a long time. And I went, yeah, I've been here since before her, since 10:30. And she went, no, I've been waiting months for this. I was like, oh, right, well, I've been waiting, 20 odd years, so... Oh, what a bitch. And anyway, so they're like, but we'll let you know, we'll update you in the next hour. I was like, okay. About an hour passes, and then this consultant, so higher up than a nurse.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Came into the room and said, Mr. Lewis? I was like, oh, here we go. And then he was really, excitable and, jumpy and telling me all about what the surgery's going to happen, what they're going to do, the recovery time, and, what I need to do. So I was like, oh, okay, the surgery's back on. Right, so you just go back in the waiting room and, we'll call you when we're ready. I was like, oh, great news. We're back in the room. Another hour passes. So I've been there for about 3.5, 4 hours now. And then the same nurse from the beginning comes out and goes, yeah, your surgery's been cancelled.
What?
And I was just sort of
So why did he waste your time with the whole explanation of...
I was like, so I've sat here for about 4 hours, and I went, why that consultant? Oh, well, he shouldn't have done that. He should have spoke to us first. We knew the surgery weren't going ahead. I was like, so why'd you tell me it might not have been able to go ahead, 2 hours ago? Why can't you just tell me no then? And I wouldn't have wasted 2 hours of my life. And then they're like, would you like to make a complaint? Yes, I fucking would.
Oh, you can't complain about nurses. Like, Jason,
no, it's not.
They're so overworked.
But I said that, and she went, yes, we would highly recommend you make a complaint.
Why?
It's not about her, it's just about the hospital. And then I had to get the bus home.
Wow.
Because I couldn't drive after my surgery, so I didn't drive up there. And my lift home wasn't ready because they were expecting me to not be out by 10 o'clock at night, not 2 in the afternoon. So I had to get the bus.
Wow.
I've never felt as low as coming out of hospital, getting on the bus.
After not having surgery, after
not having surgery.
Wasting 4 hours of your day
yeah.
on the bus on the way home.
I've been really angry about it. But I don't know who to blame. I don't know who to tell go fuck yourselves to. Because I can't say it to the hospital.
Shall we say that you use it on the woman who you were sitting with, who was very, very rude?
That stupid bitch could go fuck herself.
Sweet connection telling you to go and fuck yourself.
Happy days. Well, I'm glad that you didn't use your go fuck yourself on a nurse.
Or the NHS.
Or the NHS, which is, a beautiful British.
However,
okay,
in the waiting room.
Here we go.
In the waiting room, which was really fun, is when Theresa May interviewed, or done announcement that she was stepping down.
All right,
and there was an old man in there, and he kept sitting there and just sort of going, oh, yeah, she's gone. Yeah, the picture's gone. And then this other man came in who was Indian, and he was just sort of taking the meeting, well, who are they going to get now? And this old boy was thinking, don't be racist, don't be racist. He went, well, anyone's better than her, even you, maybe.
Wow.
I was like, oh.
That's not a casual racism.
Oh, right.
2019.
Yeah. So, the waiting room was fun. And I must have seen that video of Theresa May crying about 8 times.
She didn't really cry. It's just, I think one of her assistants probably told her, just shed a tear so that you appear human. She doesn't feel anything. Right. I mean, she cut police numbers by 20,000. Which has then led to more people getting knifed. She doesn't give a fuck about it, Jason.
She's numb.
She is numb to the point of no emotion. Just sort of painkillers, probably Class A drugs. I mean, can you imagine the quality of the Class A drugs that the Prime Minister would be taking? But it's right from the source. Right from Afghanistan itself. That's why we invaded Afghanistan, so she can get some good shit.
Well, it would have been
bring it over back.
Tony Blair, wouldn't it? He needed it.
He is her dealer, I reckon.
That must be why the Prime Ministers have been getting worse since him. Because they've just
been off their nut on heroin.
The coke's sort of been going down because Tony Blair sniffed it all.
It's not cocaine from Afghanistan, is it? It's pretty heroin.
You can get anything, probably.
You can't. I'm pretty
We've
sure.
had this argument about how to grow drugs before.
Yeah, and I think we clarified I was right and you were an idiot. I'm pretty sure that was the general consensus.
I don't think so.
Okay, well,
I'll let
that's
you think
good.
that.
Anyway, fucking hell, that was a hell of a long intro.
Yeah, so I'm back to normal. Still sound like a bloody nasally bitch, and don't know how long it'll be. So, for fuck's sake.
Oh, there we go. That's good. Well, you should be pleased to know that in the past couple of weeks since you've been on the show, we've gone, and I dare to say it, a little bit viral.
I know, I saw.
So we have been hitting about 1,000 downloads a day for the past couple of weeks, roughly.
So like 14,000 downloads.
We're doing good, mate. We're doing good.
Where our listeners come from?
A lot of them.
Let's insult them.
No, okay. There's quite a lot from Pakistan. Don't ruin this good thing we've got going for us, all right? It's an up-and-coming country.
So do you reckon someone...
I'm not putting this in.
So...
If seriously, I'm fine insulting shit countries like fucking Cambodia or whatever. This isn't going in either, don't worry.
All I was saying was, do you reckon we've been on any media... How many people from Pakistan do you reckon?
A lot.
Someone has like mentioned us on maybe like a local radio station or... Because that's a wide number of people. And it's not like it's just a mate telling a mate. That's big. We could be celebrities in Pakistan.
We just get recognised on the street.
Yeah, if you're listening, and you're
even though
Pakistan,
nobody's seen our faces, but
yeah, don't matter. We could go incognito.
Having said that, we have had quite a few people who I assume are from Pakistan. They have recently liked our Facebook page, so
nice.
So maybe they do know what we look like.
Well, if you're listening and you're from, or if you're listening from wherever you are from, email in and let us know how you found us, because
that would be very interesting.
Then we could.
In the gutter, I imagine.
In the
iTunes gutter.
If they where they found us, then what we could do is we could advertise heavily on what they said they found us to get more numbers up and think about the Wonga.
The Wonga, which you will see none of.
Right, I don't know.
I'm taking
I'm here for a good time.
Not to get paid. That's good. That's good. How did you enjoy the show last week with Carlyle?
Yeah, it was quite good. It was alright.
Quite
I actually
good.
listened.
Quite good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I quite like Carlyle shows. Other than that, to be honest with you, I was listening while I was having a poo, so I got a bit distracted. I can't really quite remember a lot. Game of Thrones. I switched off.
Game of Thrones.
I like Game of Thrones.
That's very
I do
true.
like it, but I haven't watched it.
How do you know that you'd like it if you haven't
I've
watched
watched
it?
like drips and drabs of
Drips and
episodes.
drabs. So you've seen some dragons and you've seen some tits. That's essentially Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You should start watching Game of Thrones from series 1, and then every week you could then give us a little synopsis of the episode you've watched. We can drag that out for years on this podcast.
There we go. Done. No
Every week you've got to watch a Game of Thrones episode. Okay?
I'll do my best. I'm watching Grey's Anatomy at the minute.
Oh,
so
fucking hell. Why are you watching Grey's Anatomy?
love it.
Isn't it quite old? The drama. If you want drama, watch Game of Thrones, mate. But also, there's tits. Anyway.
I'll see you in a minute.
Okay. Anyway. So, yeah. Basically, moving on. So for the past 2 days, I have had no internet. Our internet stopped working about 2 days ago. No Wi-Fi.
You were Talk?
No, we're with Utility Warehouse. Shout out to Utility Warehouse. They're good Utility Warehouse.
Clearly.
This is the longest my Wi-Fi has been off for like the past 5 years of being with them, to be fair. And I phoned up and I spoke to a guy who was definitely English within about 2 minutes of phoning up. That's quality you can't buy. So you can buy it. Buy it at Utility Warehouse. Sponsored by Utility Warehouse. I'll take a sponsorship for that.
I just like the way you were just slightly racist there.
What?
You're happy you spoke to an Englishman. Why, couldn't a foreign person help?
I'm sure they could have done.
Xenophobic you are.
I think you read slightly too much into that. But
I don't think I did.
I had no internet for 2 days. Do you know what I've been done for the past 2 days?
Read newspapers?
No,
Spoke to Laura?
Yeah,
If you weren't there, she's just finished her GCSEs. That was a funny thing.
So she's training to be a nurse. I didn't know that. I was very interested to find that out. All of the nursing books in the studio should have been a big clue. A big clue. But yeah, so
I saw this tweet yesterday. Funny you should say that. Snapchat was down. And it said
oh
Snapchat
yeah, I
was
didn't
down.
notice.
And it went, I spoke to my mum. Didn't realise she stopped working at Woolworths.
A second-hand joke there from Jason. 1 week off and he's given us second-hand jokes.
That's all right.
So for the past 2 days, all right, I've had to watch live television. Ugh. Not on demand. Awful.
It's
watching.
weird,
I've been watching the news, but also because I only have Freeview because we don't usually watch that much live television.
So do I.
So we've got very limited channels, and frankly, it's all bollocks.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I watched Channel 4 News today. I've not watched Channel 4 News since the fucking news was on just before The Simpsons in like 2003.
And the wonky tie man.
The wonky what?
The funky tie man.
Who's the funky tie man?
There's a man on there Jon Snow. But I'm in the same boat as you at the minute, but not because of Wi-Fi, just because of timing. Arthur wakes up at between 4 and 6 a.m. at the minute.
Jesus.
Loving it. And I take him downstairs, because we've moved out of the flat now. We moved into our parents' house. And I take him downstairs, and downstairs is just Freeview. It's a smart TV, but it's not been set up properly.
Right.
So I have to watch Freeview with him at like 4 a.m. And all it is just, soaps, but with sign language. And I've been finding myself distracted.
So you're fluent in sign language?
I've been finding myself distracted by looking at the sign language person and not the programme. Or it's the news. But the news before BBC Breakfast comes on at 6 is really shit. It's really weird. It's like low budget BBC Breakfast, and then it's BBC Breakfast. Really weird. BBC Breakfast.
So every time that I watch a show which has got a sign language interpreter, every time they say like a really long word, I always look at the sign language person and it's just like, this is a humongous debt. And I just wonder what they're going to do with their hands, and they put their hands like, oh, bloody hell.
What I want to know is why are deaf people only up at like 4 a.m. to watch TV? It's a bit weird, isn't it? Why isn't...
Just use subtitles.
Why are they not allowed to watch TV at like 3 in the afternoon?
Just have subtitles.
Yeah.
Just
don't be deaf.
You should... Just don't be deaf. Oh, yeah? Fucking hell. There'll be a spate of deaf people being cured all across Pakistan because you've said, just don't be deaf. Well, you heard it here first, look, boys.
And girls.
And girls.
And tomatoes.
And what?
And door handles, whatever they want to be.
I've got no... Anyway, for the past 2 days, I've been watching Freeview television. I've been playing with my Sky Electrics because I'm only 24. So you know what I did yesterday, and it was really sad. All right, it's quite a small track. All right,
yeah.
So I was like, okay, if I have like sort of time trials with 3 laps of the track, so I got my phone out as a stopwatch, and I was just going in circles, and I was hitting lap every time I got through 3 rounds of the circuit and seeing how fast I could go. That's what I did, and I was like, I'm 24 years old.
So you and that Sky Electrics is hilarious, because when I came to the show last time, before we came into the office, you went, come into my spare bedroom, and I thought...
That's never a sentence that you want to hear.
Here. And then you just went, look at this, and then just sort of turned, and there was your Sky Electrics, and I cheered, and then we played about 10 minutes, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm getting fucking sick of it now.
Right.
Honestly, I was probably there for about an hour, and I was just going in circles. And just timing it and saying, 10.45 seconds for 3 laps, that's pretty good. And trying to,
What's your best lap time?
My best, for 3 laps, it's 10.5. For 1 lap, it's 3.48. Which would mean that if I did 3 laps at 3.48, I would technically be doing better than my 10.5. But it's hard to do it consistently, right? It's a real skill.
So... If any of our listeners want to start up a Sky Electrics World Championship, let us know.
In my second bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is also my room, by the way.
And also, I've been playing the Nintendo Wii.
Oh, yeah. I like playing
I've been playing Mario Kart.
I'm a professional on Wii Sport tennis and bowling.
Mate, I think you'll find I'm the best Wii tennis player.
Oh, no, you're not.
Actually, after this show, we're going to go downstairs and we're going to play Wii tennis.
Right.
You right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to fucking annihilate
you. Should we wager on it?
Yeah?
If I win, I get paid for the show.
I'd happily put £10 on it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Money where your mouth is, £10.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck. There we go. So it's one best of 5 game. Yeah, 1 set of 5 games.
Should we have a warm-up game first?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't want you to know what I can do. I don't. don't spill your drink.
So I'll just get my practice in.
Oh, you cracked your fingers and picked them up. Anyway, so that was be fun. What else have I done?
Should we record the game?
No. I also had to do a very, very archaic thing. I had to read a book.
Oh.
I haven't read a book.
Did you read one of Lord Nursing books?
It was a Frankie Boyle book. Would recommend. Very,
yeah.
very good. Very, very good. Very, very funny. And also, I've actually bought a book for the first time, which is hopefully going to be delivered tomorrow.
Ooh.
Do you know what it's about?
Mein Kampf.
No. Better than that.
Sure.
It's about body language.
Oh, really?
How to read people.
Oh.
Body language.
You can do it, that.
How to really get in their heads.
Oh.
How to know exactly what they're thinking just by them sitting there with headphones on in the studio.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
That was awful.
You gave me Coke, so Coca-Cola.
The drink.
Not what
The
Tony
drink.
Blair's been growing.
I don't... In Afghanistan.
Read that book. The last book you bought before that, which
yes,
stress is gay erotica.
Actually, you're right. That is the last book that I've actually read. Well, I haven't read it all. I haven't read it all.
You've read it,
but I've also put little.
Why have you got sticky notes on it?
I've put little sticky notes as some of the more raunchier parts. So that if we ever need to bring it up,
give it here. Let's bring it back.
All right. So just read. Just read.
Some of these sticky notes are towards the end. You have been reading this, haven't you?
And trust me, they're very sticky. So just read the first paragraph.
Oh my bell!
And then
what is wrong with you?
Just a little quick glimpse into it. Okay, so just read the first paragraph of the
story time with Jason. Chuck Tingle presents scary stories to tingle your butt. 7 tales of gay terror. The vampire vehicle opens his mouth and takes me inside. What? I mean,
go on. We can't pull the 30 sentences we hear all fucking day.
Swallow me graciously as he immediately gets to work with a series of slow, deliberate pumps. I throw my head back and close my eyes, savouring every moment of the vampire's wet lips as they travel up and down my length, wrapped tightly and expertly. With every pulse, the bus grows faster, working me with an expert precision, unlike anything I had ever have imagined. His blowjob skills are more than any human could provide.
Okay, let's leave that bit there. No.
I mean, I'm all for erotica and get yourself
really
all rowdy.
Rowdy.
It's all.
That's how you put it.
Everybody's different.
Everybody
how
get rowdy.
Can someone be turned on by?
Well, it's clearly a parody book, though, isn't it? That's the point.
Is it? I don't think it is.
It is obviously, it's a parody book.
Christ, you have read this, haven't you?
I've not read all of it.
Bent and what's your favourite story?
It's not the only thing that's bent in this room, Jason.
No, clearly you.
I can't even have this book on display because if my parents come and my dad sees, say,
I'm so telling your mum about that book.
Son? What do you see in my mum? You know what? Don't answer that question. So yeah, I have to read books and everything. It's like living in 2003. Been awful. I can't wait to get our Wi-Fi back.
So yeah, what's the outcome? What are they going to do?
Well, apparently it's not any fault in this house. It's an external fault. So hopefully they should call me tomorrow. And
I was with TalkTalk and our Wi-Fi dropped for about a week.
A week?
And they kept saying it was our fault, and it weren't. And there's quite a few people in the town. So we threatened to quit. And then all of a sudden it was back up and running again. So then we did quit. And they're like, we're charging you £150 leave. And I was like, well, I wasn't. I'm not that smart. But Cassandra went through the contract. And then the contract says guaranteed internet speeds of this.
Ooh, guaranteed internet speed.
You haven't kept your side of the agreement.
Very
and then
true.
We haven't heard from them since. So
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Wow.
Shall we talk about that story that you told me before the show?
Yeah.
You told me this amazing story and was just like, shall we bring it up on the show? Yes, we should bring it up on the show. So Jason, the floor is yours.
Oh, here we go. So,
bloody hell.
Honestly, I shouldn't drink this.
No.
So, it turns out not only is he a crook and a fraud.
Is who, sorry?
Ryan Gooding.
Ryan Gooding,
and a
psychic medium, based in Felixstowe, Suffolk.
A nasty human being.
That's good.
Side note, I like to play row, row, row your boat with Arthur, and he loves it. And I come up with new ones.
Right.
And my favourite one is row, row, row your boat gently through Norfolk Broads. If you see Ryan Gooding, call him a fucking fraud. And he loves it.
That's amazing.
He giggles.
That's really good.
Yeah. I've got all different ones.
Because he's been brainwashed by listening to our show. His first word's going to be, go fuck yourself, Ryan Gooding.
But my associate was on a night out.
When your associate?
A friend. Just keeping names safe.
All right, okay, fine.
And the associate's friend.
We've mentioned your wife before. Why do we have to... why are you calling your wife an associate?
All right then. Cassandra went on a night out with a friend.
Yeah.
The friend shall remain nameless to protect identities. And Ryan Gooding came up to this friend because they were friends outside of it. And then something was said which, Ryan weren't happy with. So he got a bit shitty with this female.
Okay, but also surely Ryan should be able to see all of this coming. He'd have every single comeback already planned in his head.
Yeah.
Because fucking, a Caffey's told him. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, so squared up to a female.
Wow, he's a real brave man, isn't he?
Yeah, and there was getting all in the girl's face. So my wife stepped in, was like, look, back off, go, like sort of pointed and said, look, go away.
It's really great how your wife is considerably braver than you.
Oh, she's so much
there
braver
is
than
no way if you saw any confrontation that you'd be getting involved.
You know that for a fact, Ben. We've had conversations like out, and you know where I was. I was at the door, mate. And so she sort of butted in the middle, was like, look, leave her alone and just sort of like, just go away. And then he got in Cassandra's face and was like, don't you point your finger at me.
All right, okay, so if you were at that event and you saw him getting in your wife's face, would you then have to...
Oh, I would try.
Because even
but
you...
she's a lot braver than I am still. And she's a lot stronger than I am. We've proved that.
Really? She's stronger than you?
We've wrestled and I can't get out.
Jason... What you do in your in the bedroom is up to you. I don't want to know about the wrestling.
We wrestle, and
right.
I lose.
Really?
So
okay.
she's honestly, if shit hit the fan with me, I'd want her protecting me, not a man, because she's fucking scary. Anyway, so he got in her face, sort of like giving her shit, and like sort of, sort of the who do you think you are? Like, who do you know who you're talking to? Sort of attitude.
Yeah.
Squaring up to her, like being a really shitty person.
Yeah.
Squaring up to two
bit of
females.
a cunt.
Yeah. And then he got dragged away by someone.
Bouncer.
I think, bouncer.
Good.
Like, just as sort of, it was going to get a bit. So, turns out, not only is he a fucking fraud, but he threatens women. And it's just a bit of a cunt.
Okay, so I've got one question. While he was being dragged away by a bouncer, was his spirit guide Kathy also being dragged away by like a spiritual bouncer?
She was too busy getting fucked at the bar. She was necking shots.
Getting fucked at the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, with alcohol. Okay.
Yeah. with the ghost of
Christmas past.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a gangbang
involving
involving the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, the ghost of Christmas future, and Kathy the spirit guide. I've seen that video before.
Yeah, it's in your book.
We should make fan fiction of that. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, so terrible human being. Everyone's thinking of using him. Don't. He's a fraud.
Good.
And a nasty person. The big time's got to his head. The sweet connection.
The big time
has got inside him.
Excuse me?
Where do you go up to bed in your spare time?
I do not want to be inside Ryan Gooding, either figuratively or physically. But there we go. So,
see, I always thought the whole time that we took the piss out of him on the show, thinking maybe it's a bit harsh, maybe he's a nice person.
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
But clearly,
okay. But even if he was quite a nice person to speak to, he is still a fraud, and he is still preying on the vulnerable and stuff. He is not a nice person by default, but it is also quite comforting to know that also he is a cunt outside of being a sidekick as well.
Funny thing is, he's got a show tonight in Phoenix, though. I was going to text you earlier saying, should we go? Because
not paid money
because
to do
he hasn't sold enough tickets.
Should we throw a milkshake at him? That's the new thing, throwing milkshakes on people.
Yeah, so
just before he gets in the fucking thing.
Yeah, but he couldn't sell out a show. So and it was a very small bar in Phoenix. So
what's the bar called?
Dexter's.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, he couldn't sell
out. If he can't sell out Dexter's, I don't know what,
That was probably the small. That bar is probably the size of your master bedroom, I'd say, isn't it?
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
I have been in there once.
Yeah.
And as a non-regular, because frankly, didn't really have regulars, as a non-regular, I was literally there by myself because I really fancied a pint, and I just got off the train, and it's near the train station.
Yeah.
And they had 2 people behind the bar, so their staff outnumbered the patrons 2-1.
See, we had a party there because it's really cheap to host.
Yeah, I bet it is.
And it was really cheap to drink there. And we had about 50 people turn up, and it looked like we filled the place out. So wonderful.
Ooh.
That was good. But yeah,
if we ever do a live show,
I sold out Dexter's. He couldn't.
If we ever do a live show, We'll do it at Dexter's.
Well, we'll have to do it in Pakistan. That's where our viewers are.
That's very true. We could afford to probably move Dexter's to Pakistan with all the sweet podcast money we're going to get, and then do the show in Dexter's bar from Felixstowe in Pakistan.
With a live studio audience.
Make a live studio audience. Make it happen. All right, we're going to do Chaos Comment Corner. It's not the fucking Friends theme tune. And no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's DOA.
Okay, we're gonna.
I always used to think that was love life being away. And I've been mocked ever since I admitted that out in the open.
I didn't actually know what the lyrics were.
Yeah, that's even worse.
It's worse. Anyway, let's pause while I edit in the fucking theme tune.
90 degrees, that's a corner. Tiny settee, that's a corner. Your enemy, that's a corner. Captain's comment corner. That's the real corner.
Okay, good. So, I've been on Raked My Plate on Facebook. Always a good.
Skip the times.
Always a good.
That
Sorry,
was 6 months ago. That craze.
Oh, all right, fucking hell. All right, I'll try and add myself to some more Rate My whatevers.
Yeah, ratemypoo.com.
I'm not actually. I'm gonna have to go on that, aren't I? So basically, there's a photo of possibly the worst fried breakfast I've ever seen. I'm going to show you the photo.
Oh.
There's about 7 eggs. They've been cooked beyond all recognition. There's bacon that looks like it's gone for a shredder, and there's baked beans that somehow look dry.
Yeah,
I don't know how baked beans can look dry.
See, I'm a bit.
Apart from the fact that she probably cooked it in the fucking centre of a star. Honestly, this is a fucking mess. All right, so
have you commented that?
I haven't commented anything. So
I think you need to comment what you just said there.
I'm going to read you a few of the comments that I like. So Andrew says, "How do you like your eggs? Poached, scrambled, or fries?" Yes.
Yeah, because it's weird, because as you said, they look like they've been cooked within an inch of their life, but yet the egg whites are like look underdone.
Exactly.
So how they yeah.
So obviously it has been blasted on a very high temperature for like 30 seconds. So it's burnt the outside. Anyway, Stuart says, "I think Carol has 4 tits." I don't know how that's relevant to this, but Carol's the one who posted the photo, so that's good. What did you cook that in, Carol? The fucking tumble dryer?
Brilliant.
Luke says, "Everything okay at home, hun?" Okay, that's good. Most of the comments on this, they are genuinely quite funny, quite witty. This one's not witty, but I just found it funny because it's so childish. So Sam says, "I think Carol does smelly farts, pass it on." Now, that's not funny or witty, but that made me chuckle, and I'm not proud of that.
Did you pass it on?
I have to the entirety of Pakistan. So there we go.
Did you ever? It was going back a couple of years now. There was a Rate My Meal deal. Obviously, like the meal deals that you get at lunch from supermarkets.
Yes.
Did you ever see that one?
No.
I love that one so much so that I put a picture of my meal deal on there. And this is a page that had like 20,000 likes, so everything was getting like hundreds of comments on. I put my picture on, not one comment.
What was it called? Rate My
Meal deal.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they still do it. This is going back to about 3 years ago now, I'd say.
That's good. We're going to end the show there. So, just got to say thank you for everyone who's listening. Thank you, Jason, for returning. Hopefully he will have his surgery soon, so...
Doubt it.
Doubt it. Okay, maybe not. And just say, thank you everyone for listening.
Woo.
Hopefully we'll have a new video up at some point in the near future.
Oh, will we?
Yes, we will.
And I better like the Facebook page now, really, wouldn't I?
Probably had, yeah. All right then. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
Massive thanks to CIPP and Carlyle Laurent for all of our jingles. Thank you for listening and catch you next time.
Sweet connection.